Hello Leo, we are here to do your update for June 2020. Bit late, but I've had a pretty hectic 2 days. Now I've pulled a ruin for you guys, and I'm going to do these messages channeled as well as use my psychic gift as well as connect the astrology into what can be coming up for you guys. And I'll wait for a few people to connect, and I'll just briefly look over the cards. Now, I'm also going to give you some channeled messages from your loved ones pertaining to any information I see coming through. And we'll talk about the crowning energies, then get into each area. Now, I've pulled singles and couples. This can be for those of you that are focusing in on a love interest, as well as had a direct connection with them or have a spiritual connection with them. And those of you that are either coupled or directly in contact. Hi, are we all coping with the Schumann resonance being very agitational? We're going to need to keep very, very grounded, and I'd highly suggest using Tourmaline, drinking fluid, trying to do the detox with all the retrogrades, and really, there will be anger that comes up at the collective, and that's pretty much there's a lot of quincunxing, there's a lot of squaring aspects being made. So, depending on what your Aries placement is, where your Capricorn or your Cancer placement is, these things are really going to hit quite hard. And because you guys are Leo, with the eclipse, it's going to activate you more so, and you'll get a similar effect to the direct eclipses in which they're in. Yes, good old crown chakra. We are moving into, on the 23rd of June, we're going to have Neptune retrograde. Now, for those of you that have, okay, so let's look. For you, it will hit in your 8th house, which is very Pluto energy, and I was really looking at that. So you're going to get the aspects of Neptune retrograde. So it's going to give you an opportunity to look at maybe what your hopes and dreams are, some of your inventive stories maybe you've created in your mind, but it's more to do with illusions, delusions, dream state, psychology, and definitely links to Pisces. Now, we do have Black Moon Lilith for the whole year in Pisces in Western astrology. So again, it does link into crown chakra. And Juno has gone direct, so that hits your 3rd house of communication. We've also got Venus retrograde in Gemini. We are going to have a lot of aspects being made to Cancer as well. So we've got a lot of Gemini aspects. We've got a lot of the aspects of, let me check, the planets retrograde. Where do you want to start? Now, with the Sagittarian eclipse, it's going to hit in your house, your 5th house. That is luck, it's romance, it's children. So there can be, if you've got anything in that domain that you're needing to actually finalise, and you'll find you'll be spring cleaning. And it's because we're removing old energy and gearing up ready to have new energy come in. It is perfectly normal. It'd be a very good time at the moment to do a house clearing, because with the eclipses, one in which is going to be of the previous nodes we had, one of which is going to be, sorry Google, I've been all over the shop, the new nodal energy of Sagittarius. So in a sense of building growth, there's going to be reflection, but there's also spiritual attitudes are coming up for reflection, and also you'll find your viewpoint can change. But we're going to have about 6 months with the Sagittarius eclipse after this. Any themes that come up, look at them. And for the next 6 months, you'll be working on them. Then we'll be moving into the 2nd eclipse. So the first one is falling on the 5th. The second one is falling on the 21st. And we're also going to have Vesta in Cancer. Vesta links into children, innocence, protection. But it's also, when it comes to your families, where are we making sacrifices for our families to the hindrance of our own personal needs? So there's a lot of questions coming up, and because of the squaring aspects that are being made in the quincunxing, some of these energies won't match, nor will they mesh. So, doing what you can, accepting what is, and trying to move forward with grace. It's going to be pretty darn complicated. So the woman that you have is this. And I'm always guided whether it's upright, reverse, regardless of the things that come through. Now, this does link to Capricorn, which is pretty unique because that energy of the eclipse doesn't come through until July, and that's on the 5th, and it's going to be a lunar eclipse, which is a full moon. But this energy is linking to Saturday, so there can be a situation that comes up on Saturday for you. There also, it's very linked to Saturn. Currently, Saturn is in Aquarius, which is giving you a bit of a break. It's letting you look at your relationships, and Juno links to relationships as well. And it seems like there's a common theme. You're looking at the old energies and the new energies of what you want coming back. And I really do feel you guys are at a, I wouldn't even feel a crossroad. I feel you really are very directly tired of BS, and you just really want to move towards higher grounds. You feel people are picking at you. It's like it might be little situations coming up, people niggling at you, or niggling situations that need to be addressed. Now, this is earth and fire, and again, it links into black. So I would highly suggest using tourmaline because you do have Cancer in your 12th house. So with the 12th house, it is very psychology orientated. It's closing a cycle out. It's understanding all of what you've done. Some of these things are going to be out of your control. You're really then linking back pieces of the puzzle in your life and seeing how you didn't see particular things, and you're really clearly seeing them now. So with this ruin, it links in with personal needs, self-preservation, and invention. Esoteric, spiritual needs, deliverance from distress, self-mastery. In the reverse, it can be greed, excess, impatience, extinguishing of the inner fire. And I feel it's kind of a theme coming up. A theme in a sense of assessing, where potentially people have been needing on you, where there has been a lack of time to actually potentially have meditation, do pastimes that you enjoy, and getting more back to that Zen energy of having a balanced life. Now, the 4th house placement for you guys is Scorpio. So when you did have the moon in Scorpio, which was May, the beginning of May, it really did carry on through the month, which might have been quite heavy. So there could have been home-related dynamics going on. Maybe these energies where you feel something's around you, very much the need to clear your house, but really making very firm decisions about where you're going from here. The crystal you have is I stay focused on the task at hand and accomplish the goals with creativity and determination, which I think it's kind of, it's feeling a little bit sarcastic because I feel you got no choice, and it's like you've had a lot going on that you've just been under the pump with the energy and having to achieve a lot of targets, and it has become a little bit arduous to a degree. I don't know if the chat has froze, so we've got storms over here. If you see a 1 going up, it's just in case the feed has lagged. The other crystal you have, because you did have 2 coming out and you've got a crowning energy, there's a lot going on, okay? There's excess, there could be disputes. You're wanting to just let your hair down. This is what I'm getting. You're wanting to not have to deal with trivial tasks. You're wondering, with all this hard work that you've done, where you can actually do something at a very trivial level, like luxuries, for instance. This can also be trying to tie out those loose ends so you can have quality time for yourself. Be it you're doing your hair, your nails, socialising with a friend, doing something at a very basic, trivial level. Could even be having quiet time, being able to sit with your own thoughts. Now, with that, I asked the question, why is this coming up for Leo? And it says, I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people. Some of you might be thinking you've done something wrong. Some of you may be second-guessing a judgment you made. This could even be if you feel you're allowed to do particular things and you're being guided to understand that whatever is coming up highest in your mind, it's saying that you're on the right track. It's saying not to feel guilty and to be in alignment with that. Now, where are some messages coming through from you guys? And then we'll get into your career and money. Even if you're not working, we'll say what's coming. Family, any karmic energy that we need to look at, and that can be lessons, especially with these nodal energies kind of tying out to look at that, and then singles and couples. So with the messages that your loved ones that have passed over, what are they wanting to show you? Okay, so for the male energies that any of you may be dealing with, let me look. They are saying that you are very, very responsible. They're also asking you to pay attention to your health. All work, no play makes for a dull day. They're also saying it takes two to tango. So the need, again, I do feel linking back to turquoise with you second guessing yourself. It almost feels like, how do I place it? You're still having this blame game going on. Have I done enough? Was there enough I could do? And it's not so much that you don't realise what it is. It's more that you are looking at it from the perspective of, how do I place it? Just second guessing yourself a little bit. You're making peace with it. You're operating from the third eye. Some of you have major, major themes that you want to move towards, but you are really needing to have a little bit of quiet time. Now, being around animals, if you have a pet or anything to that degree, maybe sitting with the energy, and I feel this pet may actually sense when your energy is a little bit out of balance. So pay attention to the way the animal is reacting around you, because they're making reference to, the fact that you need to sit peacefully and just sit with yourself at the moment. I do feel, again, it's almost like people that have been supposed to help you haven't been, and it's almost like this dependency in another area where it shouldn't be such. People not owning their responsibilities. Okay. They're wanting you to make peace with that it is going to change, and that part of that, in a lesson sense, is going to resolve inside of those people, that it's not you. They're also saying that you underestimate yourself, but you do need to get grounded. Now, mother energies. And yes, your romance is going to be flourishing. So they're sort of saying when it does come to romance, that's really changing. So anything you need to purge this month, sit with it, write a note. If you need to, you can burn it and discard it. Or, just really release it. Do some journaling, let it go, clear your house, clear your chakra, and focus very much on this present moment and allowing what you deserve to come towards you, but in a very positive sense. Okay, mother energies, please. Mother, female, sister. Reference to a relative and your connection, your viewpoint. They're also finding it very amusing. So whatever this is, well, May is 5, and it is because of the karmic cycle. 5s connect to change. So it's normal to be seeing 5, especially 111555, very normal. We're changing things. We're ending the karmic cycle. They're making reference to some common events occurring in homes. They're also making reference to the fact that you need to tap into your comedy because you are a very funny person. They're also very proud of the energy of your accountability and responsibility, but they're also saying don't forget your path and the things that you want to achieve. Yeah, okay. There's a frequency here. They keep saying you need to make peace with the past. And they're also saying through songs they're going to bring you a message, but you need to listen. And I'm going to leave it there because they're being very stern with it. There is going to be a message in the next 24 hours, and it will come through a song, and they're wanting you to listen to it, and they will synchronistically attempt to send you a message through the song. It can also be a song that you directly shared, but they're making reference to the song. Okay, now your career sector. You are mulling over a few ideas, and you are in the 7 energy, and the 7 energy is very positive. At a creative level, if you yet haven't gone into work, they're saying use this time at the moment to meditate on these ideas. So, some of you, whatever you're upskilling in, it's definitely going to serve you well. But it's that they're also asking you to be quite fluid with it, to be flexible, and try not to keep looking at yourself as maybe you won't succeed, because the path is one step forward. Tuning into which way it can go is one thing, but just directly moving in the way you're going. I do feel some of these things that you thought and you had worked on quite a bit didn't quite turn out the way you had intended, and you had really looked at it from all angles. You're also being cautious about what you're spending your cash component on, because you also don't want to make any ill judgments right now. Let me pull a clarifier. I'm going to pull a crystal. I do feel this is for some of you, this can be for a major plan or a launch of something that you're doing. And I'm also feeling there's a lot of changes happening on the home. I told you, you've got to wait for the Cancer eclipse to pass. It's hitting your 12th house. Your mind, again, 7 energy can be the third eye. Also, if you have an idea, I would highly suggest with the Cancer eclipse, things to the degree of your intuition coming to you, it can be a very psychic time. Please look at the aspects that some of these things, I mean, I've done a gin removal. I know Giggle's done a gin removal. Pisces energy can be crown chakra. We all psychically directly tap into each other. So initially in the early stages of the journey, especially my twin flame connection, I always believed it was me that had the psychic gift, so therefore it was okay, I've developed it. It's been there since childhood. But there was a time when he directly connected with me, and that was a very unusual experience for me. And now with our ascension symptoms and things to that degree, it's really helped me realise we all telepathically connected in with each other. So the thing is, if you have a person that potentially, we can say the evil eye, but if you're fixated on an energy or you feel too many eyes are looking at you at the moment, it is a really good time to actually spiritually protect yourself, especially since you do have Cancer in the 12th house, because energies can tap into you. You'll notice because you'll start feeling very fatigued, very sluggish, potentially agitated, and it's really a good time then to have a shower, to clear your house, to move things around to a degree, but open out the house and air it out for that fresh energy. With the 7 of Cups, I do feel you're meditating upon things, and generally it's because there has been a pain body experience. It is also because you are second-guessing yourself and you're not wanting to make the wrong decision. Once you have spiritually come to terms with that, that energetically is when doors open. If you're holding on to the cash component too hard and you're thinking of it too much, you're basically putting the plant a seed in a sense of not worrying about it. Bloody internet. I'm telling you, I knew this would happen because we're moving towards Mercury retrograde. So I'm finding, use the tourmaline or obstinine. Also, do some heart chakra clearing and, sit with your meditation. If there's something coming up for you, try and make peace with it. Write it down on a note, burn it and discard it and let it go. Especially, I'd say one before the Sagittarius eclipse, and that's anything connecting in with growth and money and finances, because we are entering a new energy. But so it's out with the old, in with the new. Some of you might even be changing some of the things inside your house and buying new things, especially since we do have Venus retrograde. It can be new technology and things to that degree that start not working so well and wanting to actually buy new energy. Now, with your start not working so well and wanting to actually buy new energy. Now, with your family at the moment, you're trying to balance everything out. And again, I'm feeling almost there's too much going on. You believe you can create a balance, but it takes two to tango. And that was really what I was hearing. You're trying to find balance. Now, I'm also hearing the term judgment, having to make a judgment based on what is balanced. Okay, so this has changed the whole ball game due to the fact that potentially you're wanting more balance in your life. So there is this frequency where you're going to have to look at it from a completely different perspective, because something that you were trying to fit, and I've been saying this all months, it's like trying to put Cinderella's slipper onto Anastasia or Drusilla, and it's just not fitting. And it's not that you've naturally done anything wrong. It's really having to trust the process. And if that's divinely guided, it will sort itself. But it's just accepting that and making peace with it right now. Also, with people's psychology and hearing things through the grapevine, you might be hearing things through family members, and there could be conflict coming up. And it is very common because Cancer connects to home and family. For you, you are deeply intuitive. You have Scorpio in the 4th house. So if there's something going on behind the scenes, you always directly know it. You're in awareness of this, especially with Cancer in the 12th house. You're very interconnected, but you need to have a very spiritual connection with your family. You also do keep an element to yourself, and potentially other people don't respect that. And I do feel there's almost this attitude you're taking on now that somehow subconsciously they feel they had permission for that, and you're sort of looking at them going, and the blue energy to me is you're going to talk about it. You're going to be like, look, I'm sorry if I gave you that fake perspective. I really do have this, and I appreciate your concern, your feelings, but I have this in the bag. See, I told you, I'm reading this now. I receive messages all the time, and I follow my internal guidance. It's like Scorpio in that placement. It's like, do you think I'm stupid? I know what I need. It's like somebody telling you, you shouldn't have that today. You shouldn't eat that. Or you get my gist. It's like you do know, to a degree, you were giving that a permission-based situation, but I'm feeling like you guys right now are kind of getting frustrated with that. Now, in a karmic sense, this is tying out. So I feel, if anything you've been up in your head about, to me this is a very positive sign. I'm feeling you're going to be making peace with it this month. Any sacrifices you're making is so that you spiritually can let go of this, but it's the fact that you have to be in the hangman energy to actually get to this revelation that you're not holding your life back any longer. So any hermit mode energy or anything to the degree of what you're doing or needing to really keep away from people, all of a sudden I feel you're making this real huge, you just in general are seeing the energy for what it is. And it's more so you're gaining the clarity. You might in general are seeing the energy for what it is. And it's more so you're gaining the clarity. You might also have, I'm going to pull another. I feel it's a major decision. Now, the 8 can be, it's been going on forever and a day. Especially with Cancer in the 12th house. Okay, this card come up in reverse. And again, it is similar to the obstinate. It's Jet. I am always divinely protected, and I know I am safe. With particular individuals, you've had to go into hermit mode or retreat from them because you physically don't feel it's going anywhere. So this time is really going to help you get into your crown chakra, make perfect sense of it. The 12th house is really your hidden enemies. It can be illicit affairs. It's all the lessons, but anything from, say, the 6th house to the 12th house is very much after the fact energy and outside of your control energy with spiritual lessons involved. So with this, I do feel you've acknowledged who these energies are, and you're looking at the fact that this is not moving. There's Cinderella with the slipper and it being Anastasia or Drusilla. Something's not fitting, so something needs to go. Okay, those of you that are single, but you are connecting them to a love interest, it's confused you, you had connection, this can be a soul contract. This year, I do feel there potentially were promises made. Promises or intents or innuendos made. You guys are reflecting back on that. The home, the connection, how it would be. This can even be focusing in on other connections, not just this love interest. I do feel for you guys, you know, relationships, be it you together or not, it has been a little bit testing and challenging. It might have been due to accommodation, a family-related dynamic, or and I'm hearing interferences and hiccups along the way. Also, with potentially even control energies around you. I feel you guys were wanting to have a very healthy relationship and you went into it with the best of intention. You have my body and my mind are in balance. I'm healthy. And this is the request you're asking from universe. Where is this happy ending that I asked for? Where is this coming? I also feel you've taken your power back to the point where you're saying, now that I've seen everything I don't want, it's given me complete clarity on what I do want, and now just really living and embodying that vibration. I do feel a lot of you with Capricorn in your 6th house, you're assessing a lot of these healthy boundaries. You're assessing potentially the strictness of connections and the reliability of some of these things. This can even be binding contracts, be it with karmic energy, and this can even relate directly to their side of the fence. So take it how it lands. I do feel some of you may have a situation with a child. It just feels push-pull. There's this push-pull situation. There's something here connecting in with finances. So let me see what's coming up. Someone wants to be all up in your business. It's either all up in your business and wanting to know what you're doing, where you're going. They're not happy with some of the decisions you've made. Now, this can be pertaining to a relationship that you're moving towards and really wanting to know information. And I'm seeing potential text messages. So with the message card, this can be email, it can be on Facebook, it can be directly to your door. But there's communication nevertheless, but I don't feel this is enjoyable communication. This can even be very separate to your direct love interest. There is a separate energy here that is somehow being finalised and placed out of this situation, but you're just wanting a fresh start. So I'm saying potential documents, can even be something to do with leases. Yeah, you're wanting a fresh start, out with the old. You want something new. You want it fresh and new. This can even be with this person that you're tuning into, wanting it new. Now, whoever's doing this frequency of what's coming through, I do feel that the energy involved is a little bit frustrating. There can be a patience that is being applied to it, but I still feel there's frustration. Yeah. It feels a separate energy, separate to a soul connection. They're aware of this soul connection, but there is a jealous aspect to it. I also feel that, it's deeply spiritual. They know that they feel this old energy, whoever it is, it could be a family member, it could be a boss, a colleague, whoever it is, there is an external energy separate to this soul connection. And they're trying to interfere in the dynamic. But I do feel this is really a testing situation to push us forward on our path. Yeah, it's something they need to learn. So it can become quite frustrating during this time. They don't want you to have as much power as you do. And I just feel they're trying to block you. But it's something to do with their energy, not necessarily yours. You've let go of very toxic scenarios, and you're just trying to find happiness, and potentially this other energy, toxic scenarios, and you're just trying to find happiness, and potentially this other energy might have been a little bit immature. Oh, you don't want to mess with Leo this month. Okay, Leo, you guys are coming through, and you are going to be very, very direct. I do feel the energy that's coming through, honestly, it's just you do not want to mess with Leo this month. Just in case the feed has lagged. I think you guys have made up your mind. I don't feel you can tolerate any of this. Okay, what does your love interest feel about you, please? confusing them. Okay, just in case. Just in case. You guys are driving them a bit crazy. I do feel they're really seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. If they are in a karmic partnership, they're actually not wanting to be there. They're like going a bit, there could be mirroring going on between the two of you. They're looking at the psychology behind why they even went there in the first place. Yeah, because it's not, okay, I do feel June, July, it's over. This can even be it's already over, and that can even be from Christmas last. This can even be it's already over, and that can even be from Christmas last year. And wondering why they're even thinking on this. You guys as well to do with the past tense energy. It's you know, somehow, sometimes you guys question it. Hi, Dale. Sometimes you guys are feeling a little bit like, have you been cursed? And then, so weird. Okay. It's okay, Leo. It's okay. I do feel you, Giggle and I were talking about this, and I said, you know, when you reach union with self, it's a very interesting energy. There won't be no up and down, but there comes a point where it's you are and you're excited when you have that very high vibrational day, and then it's back there again. When you come to this balanced state where you've really made peace with everything, and it's more from you tuning into things, I do feel you guys are heading to that. So you're right there. Once you do, it's like a high. It's just somebody can say something to you and it physically doesn't bother you. It's really like water off a duck's back. I'm sort of feeling this is what you're doing to the past, but it's making them angrier. You're like, look, it's a bit like this person. It's like, I've got the world in my hands. I've got control of my life. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly who I want. How it's going to, like, not even how it's going to be. There's no fixation. It's almost like it's a vibrational knowing that everything's going to fall into place. And it is cheesing people off around you because you're not questioning it as much. But for those of you that are really stuck, this month is where it's going to take you to this energy. You'll slightly at first feel, you know, you're very happy, and then it's coming back, and then you'll be back up again. If you can handle it that way, great. I definitely highly suggest, I would say amethyst and tourmaline this month. And if you're tuning into negative energies, tune out right away, and you'll handle it, you know, with more poise through this month. These cycles are turning. Okay, I can't stop attracting don't wants with attention to do wants, and this is your karmic kind of. Okay, I can't stop attracting don't wants with attention to do wants, and this is your karmic kind of understanding. So by really keeping the focus onto where you are, you're going to bring this about. I feel the reason. Okay. Your love interest energy is there, but not really wanting to talk. Hi, Eddie. Because overall, they are coming to complete harmony and acceptance that they're ready for this new chapter with you. They currently are in their heart chakra. So if you're getting heart chakra activation, they know that you've changed and they can see who you are and what they want. They do have unconditional love towards you, but they're also having more unconditional love towards their self, the past, and I do feel this month they're really making peace with the past and they're moving forward. Couples and in communication. Let's see for those of you that are Leo. You're still doing the 7 energy. Okay, this person, if you're in communication, if you're wondering how it's going, they want to come in. They're wanting to have a talk with you. Yes, this is going to be upheaval for them. They are aware of this. Some of you might be thinking, hey, where I am, is it going to fit? Don't think about it. Whatever it is, it's divinely guided. The give and take, yes, will be there. And if it's not, you will physically know and you will not entertain it. So if you've been questioning that, don't. because you will be rational enough to know and see if this person is in vibrational alignment and what to do from there. There you go. I'm looking at the third eye on this light, the crown chakra. Let me tune into this. They've got a message. What is this? I'm getting two energies here. This did come through with another read. And now I'm getting sort of like, okay, what's that for? Like, okay, what's that for? It's almost like pressure in the head. 3, 4, 5. Okay, a change is occurring, and it's so weird. If your person had other energy involved, or, you know, you guys weren't together, and this can be just interferences, and with all the Capricorn energy we had, and we still do have to a degree, things have been hard. You can't really be in a connection at the moment and be codependent because everyone is extremely busy, even during lockdown energy. So the spiritual healing and things to that degree and being able to give as much, you'll get more of that in 2021 where it's more fluid and you know, and I'm not saying there's no romance, it's just a different way of actually dealing with it because of Jupiter being in Capricorn. When Jupiter's in Aquarius, there will be nicer, more nostalgic, romantic energies, and they're able to do that, but you do tend to find, even in spiritual union, that everyone's working, everyone's doing something at a spiritual level, a 3D level, and there's things coming at you at that energetic level. Two energies are coming through with this card. The shadow work, what I'm seeing is this person or you're seeing the correlation between people. You're also potentially most recently seeing this. I'm also feeling you're being seen for who you really are. Now, if you're a great energy, that's fantastic. If you are not, then that's not so great. But there's two energies here, so it depends on where the shoe fits. For you guys involved, there is an innocence about you. You haven't done anything wrong. That's what I'm hearing. You haven't done anything wrong. There's an innocence about the situation. If you're operating from a higher frequency, your good things are coming. But we do, in all of us, have dark and light, and it's making peace with that. It's like, yes, at times we can be very abrupt and we can be, you know, tough. At other times, hi, sweet, we can be very, you know, in our light and our ascension process, really, you know, thanking universe for all our transformative energies and not allowing our wounds to directly navigate us. And I feel there's this transformation happening inside of you. I do feel by the end of this month, you guys, look at the crown. You're putting your crown on. You're like, I know what I'm worth. I know who I love. I know that whoever's going to come into my life, I treat myself like a king or queen. And if they're not treating me that way, it's just not going to work. So you're very, very at peace with it. We can love people, but we also need to be fair to ourselves. We can ask people to come correct, but if we're not coming correct and almost being our own lawyer, then it's like walking in where angels fear to tread. Well, should we have really walked there? I think you guys are more rational now. You've learned some large lessons, and you're just not being stupid. You're leaving all of that out in the cold. You won't tolerate anything more of that. If somebody's not ready to move towards you, you're not dealing with it. You're like, look, that's your work. This is my work. And I feel this is more karmic energy. It's just not dealing with that frequency. Okay, what do we need to know towards this person and how they feel towards Leo? Okay, what are they towards Leo? Okay, what are they going through? Okay. I think there's a bit of a depression here. They feel they're not confused about you. You confuse them. Some of them, okay, some of the energies that are coming through, are wondering, do you want them? But this is their mindset. It's not you need to say anything. So don't feel the need to, just run over, grab your phone. And this is a spiritual belief system inside of the person. They're going through a bit of crap right now, I'll be honest. It's something that they need to deal with. It's for the purpose, and it's to free them from this mental prison. So it is mind-related, trying to understand. So if you do get ebbs and flows of, very heavy energy to very calm energy, it's perfectly normal because this very calm energy, it's perfectly normal because this person's operating from the third eye at the moment to comprehend how to move forward. Yeah, feeling very unhinged. And look, I would not be surprised. The zodiac signs, every person will have an aspect of these zodiac signs going on. So Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, Capricorn, Libra to a degree as well, and Leo. All of those energies, if they're of any one of those zodiac signs, it is perfectly normal with all the transits. So coming from their crown chakra, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was bloody Cancer or Pisces. More from the mindset of where their chakra system's kind of getting blocked. Could even be a Leo. Yeah, not saying anything because there is a lot of stress. So I'm feeling a small stress-based frequency of what's going on. They're dealing with a not so nice person in a home-related environment. Okay? This could be the devil in the detail. It could be a contract that they're trying to get out of. It could be protection of the home and protection of you. I also feel if you guys aren't together, they're doing drive-bys and spying. You may get paranoid if you're feeling an energy around you, but it's more because they're wanting to protect you. Okay, if you feel they're going back to a person, it's no. They don't see the worth. They know who they love. Okay? They also know that these people have negative thoughts towards you. And there's no transformation in that department, and they want to be the person to be in your life. Okay, what do you need to know for those of you in the relationship? Okay, major choices are coming up this month, and I do feel you're in your truth energy. You know exactly what you want in life. But old energies are being cycled out. Those who don't belong in the connection are being cycled out, and it's so both of you can be in a more freer position. Foundation. Okay, those that are interfering with the path. Foundation of it. This is mission, right? It's here, but it's in the reverse. This is mission, right? It's here, but it's in the reverse, and I had just mentioned that with the cosmic connection, it's external energies influencing it because it's in reverse and it's what's on your mind. Your outcome is freedom, so that this is going to cycle out. Again, I would say gin removal. You got tourmaline hair. I don't feel the shadow work is yours. I feel psychic attack energy. So do a clearing of the house. You can use anything really that relates to your belief systems. Be it you're going around with a smudge stick and you're clearing each section. Try and open the front door, the back door. You can open the doors and windows, connect to space at the front of the door and incense your crown chakra. Then when you go through the home, go from the front door room by room, and you can say anything to the degree of your cleansing your house or may no evil reside in this home. Whatever you want to say, you have to hold the intent of the energy. When you get to the back of the house, again, weight, and it's going from the front door to out, and then you then can clear your chakra off, and then once the house is aired out, you can close it and then go and have a shower. And then place some tourmaline at your front door, and you can put it, even if you're walking through a home, you can check the temperature change in the home. You can place particular crystals, and I'd really suggest that during these eclipses. We've got 2 months of eclipses, and because you're a Leo, it's hitting your first house. Okay, surrender. Once you've prepared your zone, when you come home, you need to do that as well. If energies enter the home, just burn a sage stick. I've got some that are more neutral, and you can drink just herbal teas and green teas to flush. So clear your house. This is being cleared up. The person on their side of the fence is dealing with it. Don't stress, it is going to get sorted. But I do feel interfering energy. You are in alignment. You're moving into that as well. So if you're really struggling, the tips I've given you will help. I love the smell of that. Hey, I should put it in my hair to protect me. Any questions? And then we're going to do Sagittarius. I'm getting all of these done today. So I'm going to have a little break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to clear the space. And we will do Sagittarius next. My daughter's having a sleepover here. I've been up since 4. I had to clean. I wanted all of my chores out the way. I've got one beautiful woman that I need to reschedule because we had things happen yesterday. But other than that, we'll get it done. Has the feed jammed again? If I don't get any comment, I'm gonna put one up again. I did say to her, if she uses the technology and it lags, I'm going to take her off it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Kat. Yeah, it is very heavy energy at the moment. You'll know when it is, and sometimes we go back into our not noticing energy, and it's like you sense it, and then you start looking at your vibration. And I think when you notice your vibration is really different to what it usually is, you got a bit of there's an attachment there, and you get rid of it. Because I'm the patientest of people. You would not have wanted to talk to me yesterday. I felt that energy come in, and I was like, right. Much love, Dale. Take care. If those of you have to go to bed, I totally understand. Sweet dreams. Remember, when you're going to bed, if you're tuning into anyone, finish that before you go to bed. Especially if your energy is really heavy. Be having those showers. You want this energy is going to be pretty intense, especially for Cancer and Capricorns and Leos. Because the eclipses are sun and moon, and those particular signs as well. Me too. Oh, and wind. Oh, I'm drinking hot water. I'm drinking soda water. It's like we're detoxifying negative energy out, or we're sensing it, yeah. They've got to go to bed. Put the babies to bed. Yeah, but this is funny. This ruin, personal needs, self-preservation, or tumble is anyone who's taking from you, you're absolutely fed up, Leo. Yes, it's like they're robbing you. Burping, yeah, it's disgusting. I don't think burping is disgusting. It's just the way your feeling is. Yeah. So this is where people are taking. The give and take isn't in reciprocal energy. This might have been something you've dealt with for a very long time, and you absolutely had a gutful. You're like, no. My name is no. You've got to let it go. Well, whoever that person is. Or people, I'd actually say it's people. I wouldn't say it's person, it's people in general. It's allowance-based. It's all, did I give you that impression of me? I'm sorry. Yeah, I think, well, I've got the soda stream, so I get my water and carbonate it, and it's like, just, it's cleansing me. Keeps me cleansed. Okay, give me 5-10 minutes, and I'll be back. Anyone who needs to go to bed, I totally understand. It is what it is.